Hello everyone, and welcome to the second video of our first workshop on logic functions. If you clicked on the second tab, which is titled In Class 2, you should see a table like this up here. And we have 3 questions here in column G. And the questions have, this time, 2 conditions. In the previous lesson, we only focused on 1 condition. This second video will now focus on more than 1 condition. And once we do have more than 1 condition, we need to introduce an added step. And that step is titled operators. But not just any operators, these are logic operators. But don't worry, there's only 2. Okay? And they are represented by the word and the word or. Let me explain. In question 1, it reads, if a participant attended an event and donated $50 or more, then he or she would get a free tote bag. You quickly start to notice that there are 2 conditions, but not just any 2 conditions, 2 conditions or requirements that need to be met in order to satisfy the if statement. So what we're going to do is we're going to type it out, and if we scroll out, we'll go into column G, and in column G we're going to write the formula, and every formula begins with an equal sign. And because we're focusing on actual if statements, we're going to type in if, and if you recall, we'll open up the if statement with the parentheses. And instead of putting in a condition, we are replacing where we normally put a condition with the logical operator. And the logical operator in this case is represented by the word and. Remember, there are only 2 kinds of operators, and or. In and, both requirements in this question have to be satisfied in order for the if statement to be fulfilled. And how we continue to write this out is as so. We will go ahead and open a parentheses, because what we're doing now is we are nesting the and operator inside the if statement. And inside this parentheses, we will be putting both conditions. In this question, we have 2 conditions. The first one reads whether the participant donated $50 or more. Let's go and find where this donation category or column is, and we quickly start to see here it's in column F. So let's go ahead and click on F2, which represents the donation amount, and the donation amount needs to be $50 or more. So it has to be more than $50 or equal to $50, and that $50 is represented like that. That's the first condition. Let's go ahead and separate that with the column, or with a comma. And the second condition now is whether they attended the event. So this person needs to attend an event and contribute $50 or more in order for them to receive a tote bag. And if we go ahead to column E, we start to see here in E2 that yes, this person did attend the event. So we need to make sure that E2 equals yes, they did attend the event, because again, both conditions need to be satisfied. It so happens to be in this particular column, or in this particular cell, this Sally Nelson attended the event. Okay, and let's go ahead and scroll back to G, and okay, we typed in yes. Yes is in quotations because it's a word, it's a string. All strings and words are in quotations. Close that up with the parentheses, and I hope you haven't forgot about true or false statements, because here we're going to separate them with a comma and start to type them in. And I'll zoom in closer. So if both conditions have been met, then they should be able to get a free tote bag, right? Sure, you get a tote bag. That message or true statement, true argument is in quotations. We separate the true argument from the false argument with a comma and type, okay, even if you satisfied one of the requirements, you still don't get any bag. So the false statement will be, in quotations, no bag. And put that in quotations. Now, let's not forget to close this true false argument with the parentheses and hit enter. Wow. Sure, you get a bag. So this person satisfied both requirements. And we can go ahead and look for that black cross on the bottom right corner of the cell. Drag it down when we do. Hold down on your mouse. Let go. And Excel does the hard work for us. Let's move on to question 2. Question 2 reads, gets a free bumper sticker if they did not attend the event and donated less than $30. So again, we have 2 conditions here, and because the word and is here, I know that both requirements or conditions need to be met in order for them to get a bumper sticker. So we're going to write out the formula in the same way. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll out and find the column G. We always begin with an equal sign, and we start off with an if statement. We want to open our parentheses, and because we have 2 conditions that need to be met, not just one, not 0, but 2 need to be met in order for them to get a bumper sticker, we will type in and we will nest this condition inside the if statement by putting the word and now and is followed with a parentheses where we can type in our condition or conditions. And the first condition again says they get a bumper sticker if they did not attend the event. So they don't have to attend the event to get a bumper sticker. Now, did they attend the event? Well, if we look at column E, they did attend the event. So event attendance is represented by E2, and E2 has to equal yes for them to get a bumper sticker. We separate the first condition with a comma again, and we type in the second condition, which says if they donated less than $30. Did they donate less than $30? Well, the condition is represented by F2. Okay, and F2 has to be less than $30. And that's the second condition. Let's close that up with a parentheses. And now let's put in our true and false arguments. True and false arguments are separated by commas from conditions. So we put that in. And now, okay, if they satisfied both requirements, what happens? Well, they get a bumper sticker. Please don't forget to put this in quotations. And if they don't satisfy both requirements, if they satisfied one requirement or if they satisfied none, they won't be getting anything. Nothing for them. You can put anything you want here in these quotations. I hope you're not just typing in what I type in. Let's close this false and true state argument with the parentheses, and as you can see, they're in quotations. Okay, and we should be good to go. There you go, voila. Let's drag this down all the way to cell H17. Final question, question 3. Well, question 3 says gets a free hat if they donated more than $30 or attended the event. Okay, so we're introduced to the operator or suggests that not both requirements need to be made, or not both requirements need to be met. Either or requirement needs to be met. Again, we have 2 conditions, okay, but not both conditions need to be met. Either or needs to be met. So it reads that the participant would get a free hat if they donated more than $30. Well, we know where the donation category is. It's right here in column F. So let's go ahead and type that out. I'll zoom in and, whoa, zoomed in way too much. I'll zoom in and I'll type in column I the equal sign, followed by the if statement. We'll open up a parentheses and we're putting in the or operator this time as opposed to the and, because again we are looking for either or condition to be met, and we are nesting this or operator inside the if statement and opening up a parentheses for our conditions. And again, the first condition in question 3 reads if they donated more than $30. So did they donate more than $30? Does donation column, which is represented by column F, F2 in this case, does F2 or is F2 more than $30? Well, we put in the greater than sign, we put in the number 30, and the second condition is or attended the event. So they had to have attended the event. They had to either donate more than $30 or attend the event. And here we would type insert the event cell, which is represented by E2. And if we go back to cell I2, we'll see E2 is there once we type, or once we click on E2. E2 has to equal yes, or they have to have attended the event. Let's not forget to put that in quotations and close it up with a parentheses. And now we can insert our true and false arguments, which is if they attended the event or if they donated more than $50 or $30, then yes, you get a hat. Close quotations. And let's separate that with a comma. And the false argument will be, okay, if you didn't attend more than, or if you didn't submit or donate more than $30, or even if you didn't attend the event, then no, you shouldn't. You don't get a hat. And please put this in quotations as well. Let's close up our parentheses. Let's hit enter, and voila. Let's drag that down, and there is the second video on multiple conditions. We'll move ahead to a third video in project 1, and I'll see you there.